Okay, it's gonna be a simple guide concerning the warrior, what to do as you're leveling. This is gonna be a full damage one version, and I'm also probably gonna do a tank version because the tank version is very strong and it's much more easier to play. This one it takes a bit more skills, but you can one-shot bosses and stuff, even from early game, from a league start. So this is a pretty good one. The first thing you want to do when you kill the first boss, you get level 2, you want a weapon. If the boss drops any good crossbow or a bow, use them to kill um, the witch and this guy. It's gonna make your life much easier. If you drop a good two-hander like a mace with extra fizz on it, you could go melee, but I'm telling you it's much harder to, especially the witch. The witch is the worst. She's like designed to make your life a living hell when you're melee. So once you get these two, you get basically two support gems. That's what you're rushing. You want Punto of Guerra, which is I don't know the name in in English, but it's 20% increase AOE and 20% increase damage. And then you want 40% increase area of effect. That's the blue one. You're probably gonna ditch it later, but for the beginning, this is the best one. It gives you a crazy good AOE right from the start. It feels good, and you're able to clear content much better. Um, as you can see here, for example, I'm sure I'm gonna do an example and not show it. But as you can see, the AOE is crazy. And compared to whatever you do normally, it feels terrible if you do not take these two. So take these two. After that, all the points that you want to do is take straight damage. So you take this whole wheel of damage, 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 damage. This is the most important one. This is the craziest one. This is actually the craziest single node I've ever fucking seen in this game. It makes no sense. 20% increase melee damage, 40% increase melee damage with heavy stun enemies. That's 60% damage in a single node. That makes no sense. Whatever. Take it. Then you take this whole wheel here, so you get about 32% increase area of effect and break armor. You rush here in strength. Once you're here, you remove these three, and you take this. This is going to give you damage and 50% increase area of effect on that attack that we use. Now after that, if you want to take it back, do it, but I would say take this right away. It's much better, it's more damage, more AoE right away. You can literally remove the blue gem, because you probably want to remove the blue gem at one point because you're going to need int, and you're not going to get any int in this build unless it's on items, and you don't want to look for that on items. So I would say remove the blue gem, take back the AoE, and then you can either, you need to rush those two. Okay, those two right here is too good. It's literally 64 life for free. Even more, 66 or something. That's going to help you a lot with survivability. What you can do after, if you want more stability, I would rush this because you're all armor. But if you get a crit, you basically have 300% armor total. Let's say you have a 200 armor, you get hit by a crit, you have 600. It's bonkers. You don't get one shot. It's very good. It's very minimal. It gives you a lot of life. This basically 7.5, 7.5 strength with 8 strength here. Amazing value. Then if you want, you can get the damage here if you need damage. If you feel like you don't hit much because monster evade, you can do this right up. You can also, personally, if you want damage, I wouldn't take this. I would go here. This is the craziest, like 4 points. It's like 90 something percent damage. Yes, you have reduced attack speed. No big deal, honestly. Super strong. Your build is around a big hit, it doesn't matter if you attack slow. Just make sure you put some bleeding into it, like remove that blue gem and put lacerate, which is the bleed gem. If you do like a big hit, all you need to do is probably make it bleed and it's gonna die. And after that you can rush this, or I mean at this point you do whatever, but that's the start, because at this level it's like 34. If you get all that damage and that's a little defensive, um, it's pretty much act 2 act 1 right now. The next step you can do is probably go get this bottle armored, so that if you get crit it reduces 20%, but whatever. So that's pretty much the build. There's nothing, it's not that hard, it's really easy, straightforward, and gearing up is super easy because all you have to do is look for items that are pure strength. You put gems in it, you put augments, you put transmute, whatever, and you just want big life and res, or enforce maybe, and that's pretty much it. So good luck.